So thank you very much for joining us today. This is the Sage CRM Business Partner Advisory Council. I'm Jeff Richards, and I am the Head of Training Program Development. That's my job title, but in essence, I perform the role of Senior Business Analyst, trying to work out and making sure that we have got a roadmap and a policy and strategy direction which is aligned with Sage's and meeting your expectations for your customer base. So thank you very much for joining us. We are a mix within the Business Partner Advisory Council of ISVs and solution providers. This is where we need everyone to be working together. It's fantastic that we have got excellent relationships with different partners and partner groupings and ISVs around the world. I've already seen that we've got Mish Martins from the Sage 300 Action Group in the audience. Do you give us a shout out, Mish?
Hi guys, how you doing?
yeah. If you don't know about the Sage 300 Action Group, you should certainly check those out. I think I'm gonna have you do a feature on that on the next BPAC, if that's okay, Mish.
That sounds perfect. Thanks so much, Jeff.
That's good. So the reason it's important that we've got different groups and represented here is because we want to make sure that everyone understands our strategy. You need to be the ones who validate that strategy and help us to identify the blind spots in the way in which we're working. You are the way in which you communicate with us, drop me emails and things are all about roadmap adaptation and strengthening, of course, the relationships within the channel and between partners and ISVs within the channels. This is an invitation by it is a membership which is by invitation only, but it is an open invitation. You are please welcome to tell other people to drop me a note at Sage CRM team at Sage to get an actual invitation. And what you'll get in meetings like this is not just me talking on about things, but you'll get Elizabeth, who is my manager and the head of CRM engineering and support for Sage CRM. And you also get actual, real, valuable human beings like Marius Theocarides, who is going to be speaking with us today and talking about the new product, Pluto IFA. Which I'm very excited about, and we'll be learning about a little bit later on. But this is about how Sage's strategy, which we've been talking about for the last few weeks, is becoming, well, you know that it's been under change because I've been talking about that since the last meeting, and I've actually been talking about strategy changes in the conference seasons for the last year. But we are becoming much more concrete in what the strategy changes for Sage means, and also what that means for Sage CRM. So we know that, and this is our strategy statement or vision statement that we've been working with for the last few months. This is something that has been developed and I've shared with you at the last meeting, which is Sage has a clear, confident strategy for Sage CRM, combining startup agility with a proven, trusted platform. The team is empowered to use AI and modern technologies to improve delivery speed, stability, and scalability while ensuring practical value. Through modernization and ISV partnerships, the Sage CRM continues to evolve. So this is all about making sure that it's saying that Sage CRM isn't going anywhere. We have been repeatedly told, and actually our team has been reconfigured so that we have actually more developers within the team, and we're using the tools, and we will be increasingly using tools which will speed up our development as well. But Sage has also announced some strategy changes to its business purpose and business vision. And these are fresh out of the shop, so to speak. These are statements from Steve Hare, where our business purpose as Sage is that we are to create the confidence that businesses are built on. And there's an associated business vision, which is to be the essential platform for people who need to get it right. These are trying to be very natural language statements of what we are. That's actually going to cause us to do some remodeling of the Sage CRM pages on the Sage CRM corporate website, because we're going to be changing the way in which we present and market Sage CRM. And I'll be talking, there's quite a bit of market activity at the moment to make sure that there's reassurance within our existing customer base, but also looking at encouraging people to take advantage of the wider ERP community who want to be able to integrate with Sage CRM. So in terms of Sage CRM and its positioning statements, typically what you find is that Sage CRM is presented in a really as an adjunct to the ERP aspects of Sage CRM's product portfolio. So there's nothing wrong with the idea of Sage CRM as a highly integrated, flexible extension to Sage 200, Sage 100, Sage 50, Sage whatever you want to put in here, accounting system. Sage designs and markets Sage CRM to bridge the communication gap between front office sales and back office accounting teams. That is very much what it does. But in terms of our marketing and positioning, what we want to do is to change this so that we talk about the confidence and what we give to our confidence, what that means to people who need to get it right every time. So this is a draft statement, but it's likely to be the sort of thing that will appear inside all of our online presence. So Sage CRM creates confidence across every customer relationship. It gives organizations a complete and connected view of their customers, helping sales, service, and management teams make informed decisions, automate business processes, and work seamlessly with Sage ERP solutions and the wider business ecosystem. As part of the Sage platform, Sage CRM combines trusted data, intelligent automation, and AI-assisted insights so businesses can operate and grow with confidence. Everything is going to be about that sense of making sure that people understand the data within Sage CRM is to be trusted. In an integrated environment, it can be considered to be working in a place of a single point of trust because of the integration with the ERP system, and allowing us then to look at the idea of integrating with other systems within the organization. How that represents diagrammatically is that you can see from simply talking about the functions, we're now trying to explain this in terms of the relationship. So CRM was seen as an extension of the ERP accounting system. We're now moving to explain that we can be used across an organization, whether or not they're actually integrating with a Sage ERP system or not. This is all about trusted data, intelligent automation, and confident decisions. So let's see, how does that messaging start to grab you? Have you got anyone got any questions at this point? I'll switch over to see the chat, of course, because I'm sharing my screen and not sharing the inside the presentation. Okay, no questions so far about that message. Okay, well, let's keep going.
Sorry, Jeff, I just wanted to ask, would that include like ERP, Intact, um, was it X3, all of those modules and stuff like that,
It
all
certainly
being able to
does.
talk to each other?
It certainly does. One of the things that we're doing at the moment is looking, and we have been doing this for some months, which is presenting Sage CRM as a tool that can integrate with not just the 200 product franchise, but also the Sage Sage 50, Sage Sage X3, and Sage Intact products. And we're not looking to have to do this ourselves with our own out-of-the-box integrations. So in Canada, we know that we have got companies like BAS Business Solutions, who are one of the largest partners in Canada, who have got multiple implementations with Sage Intact integration. We are working, and again, there are others in this country who have got integrations with Intact, but also with X3. And I think that I'll say, Mark Engelberg, are you on the call? If you are, from Timelinks, I think that you've either just about. Sorry?
Yes. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
here.
true.
So
I actually have a. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. I can talk too much, so I'll let you go.
Well, thank you very much, Mark. So I'll be inviting you back, Mark, before the end of the year, because I know that Rob Sinfield was quite excited about the integration announcements that you were making earlier on about being able to work with both Intact and X3, and you had customers lined up within the UK for that market as well. So there are, in terms of integrations, yes, absolutely. We're not limited to just thinking of Sage CRM as working with the traditional 200 franchise, but we're not even just thinking in terms of Sage CRM working only within a Sage environment. I'd be encouraging you to think about how CRM can be a platform to bring all of the needs around the business system into play. But that's something I want to actually develop a little bit later on. So there are, and these are messages, by the way, these key messages are ones which I have been sharing with you now for a year about Sage being fully committed to Sage CRM with an active roadmap. The fact that there is a difficulty with roadmap which AI and AI-assisted development throws up, and I'll talk about that in an appropriate moment. But the fact that Sage CRM remains highly profitable, it provides it is an integration tool. It is designed for integration, and so we have got new partners like Ariox, who are in the process of being listed within the Sage CRM marketplace, offering integrations between Sage CRM, Sage X3, Sage Intact, etc. Out of the box. Integrations with 200 obviously exist, 300 exist, and 100 exists. But this is very exciting that we've got new development partners coming in, and we've obviously got the flexible deployment options that we have. I'm currently working with some of our internal analyst relations team to fill in a questionnaire for Forrester, for example. So we're still getting attention around. We're still getting attention from the analysts around Sage CRM's offering and the story that we can tell. And I'm very pleased that I think we've got a very strong ROI, return on investment and total cost of ownership story. And we've heard as well from partners in the past how we can displace competitors like Salesforce and HubSpot. So all of this is really dependent on our core story about ERP integration, but really it is about our capabilities for customization and integration. So those are the key messages that wherever I'm talking, I'll always include. Just to remind you about where we are, We have got very much back on track in terms of our delivery timetable. So we delivered on time. That means at the end of March 2026 R1. It was a small release because we had a long delay with 2025 R2, but it did mean that we had some very key, nice little features around finishing off some aspects around the exchange integration. We made some internal changes around the experience of security. We're still working on that. We're always going to be doing security features in every release of Sage CRM, and we've also carried out changes in 2026 R1 about some of the internal tools that allow for the way in which PDF reports are generated and the way in which graphics are generated inside the reports as well. And of course, adding in support for Microsoft SQL Server 2025 was important as well, because that extended our AI story, because 2025 is the AI-enabled database. As I said, we released at the end of March internally. That meant that go live went in the following weeks. There was the North America was quick off the block with their 300 testing and implementation, and that's actually meant that around the world, everyone who was not dependent in the UK got access to the software from 14th of April. The European market is a little bit different and staggered than that, but the UK, by the end of the second week of May, all partners had access to 2026 R1. Now, I'm going to be talking about the release that's in development at the moment, 2026 R2. That's due at the end of September. But before I do that, what I want to do is to hand over to a very great friend, Marios Theokoridis, and it was a great pleasure to welcome Marios recently into the Tower Bridge office, where he took over the London studio. So Marios, are you happy to talk while I drive the slides for you?
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Jeff. And it was lovely to meet you back in, that was in May, I think, wasn't it? It was indeed. Yeah.
Some good weather as well. Some very good weather, and very, very good to be able to sit out looking over Tower Bridge.
Yes, and having a glass of wine. That was splendid.
Good.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff, for giving us the chance to present Pluto IFA. Just before we start, my name is Marios Theokoridis. I'm based in Cyprus. We have been Sage 300 and CRM partners since 2001. And we have developed a new product, a vertical solution on Sage CRM, specifically to serve the financial advisory community. And this product was jointly developed between Aztec, a South African company, and Goldtech, our company that is based in Cyprus. The objective of this project was not to replace the financial advisor, but rather to empower the financial advisor. We do have a sister company that deals with financial advising, and we know the importance of financial advisors to the lives of the clients they serve. They don't only provide financial advice, they are people that these clients can depend on later on, especially during retirement. So what we did, we developed a new module completely on Sage CRM, leveraging the capabilities of CRM, which Jeff nicely described earlier. So this is a client relationship management software with built-in advice workflows, but built in with compliance. That means that we followed the regulators' requirements to build the system, and this is what sets us apart from other offerings. Next slide, please, Jeff. Thank you. So who we are targeting? We are targeting the so-called independent financial advisory firms that hold FCA, or in Europe, we call them IDD, Insurance Distribution Directive, or MiFID licenses. These are regulated companies authorized to provide investment advice. They're usually called financial advisors or investment advisors or wealth managers or something like that. Currently, we have found out that there is a gap in the way the service is provided. Most of the large companies providing products to these guys, they offer their own software, which is usually limited to the functionality they want the financial advisor to have. The financial advisors then are stuck with these providers, and if they want to have a second provider or a third provider like Atmos, Quilter, Prudential, that are based in the UK, then they have to learn 3 systems. They can't communicate between them, and really it takes a lot of time off them to provide the advice to the client. Further, compliance requirements have increased lately a lot in Europe and UK. So this creates a burden to the advisors, and that limits the number of clients they can take on. So we thought, based on this gap we identified, the lack of integration to providers, to multiple providers, and the fact that these financial advisory firms acquired disparate systems that they don't talk to each other, we built a comprehensive system to cater for that need. Next slide, please, Jeff. Thank you. And so what we did, we built a system where there is a number of main modules. Firstly, our system is multilingual. That means that we comply with the requirement that if you have a German client that lives in Spain but speaks German, we have to provide the advice in German, in the language the customer understands. So that's a major plus to us. It's multi-currency. We can cater for any type of investment, not just UK pounds or euro. It could be USD, it could be CHF, any type of currency really. It's multi-jurisdictional. That means that advice from a company in Spain, for example, can be offered across to other companies cross-border based on regulation. We have an onboarding workflow within the system, and we used, of course, the Sage CRM workflows for this. And we have 3 main modules. The cash flow modeling module, which is the module that allows the advisor to show and demonstrate to the client how his finances are going to look based on expectations and current needs. We have a risk management module where we use cleverly some questionnaires to identify the risk tolerance of the investor. And then the financial advisory company has a number of investment portfolios that we can tie up the risk profile, the risk tolerance of the client to the appropriate portfolio. This is actually what is the gist of all the financial advisors' work. Further on, there will be ongoing reviews, and we've got a workflow for that, because you have to ask the client if there's any changes in his circumstances. And at some point, the client may leave, in which case we've got an exit workflow as well. Next slide, please, Jeff. Now, we took this a step beyond, and this is why we picked actually Sage CRM to build this product. It makes itself easily available to integrate to external systems. So we use Microsoft Graph to integrate to Copilot and Microsoft products and some AI tools within that environment to produce reports and summarize meetings and documents of clients in preparation for an annual review. We also have integrations for signature, signing contracts, that is, like DocuSign, instrument information like ETF, book, and fund info, AML service, messengers like Quill, which is something similar to WhatsApp, but specifically for financial services. We link to external managed portfolio systems. We develop and extend the system to integrate to providers like Quilter, Prudential, any provider that has an API. We have done this with interactive brokers, note takers, and also security using two-factor authentication. Now, very quickly, I would like to mention that one of the main problems of financial advisory firms is handling commissions. Commissions needs to be tracked by client, by provider, and by advisor. This is complicated, and we have developed a model within Sage 300 that integrates with Sage CRM, of course, and Pluto IFA to track these commissions. Next slide, please, Jeff. Now, this is just a screenshot to show you what Pluto IFA looks, and what we have developed is the Pluto IFA drop-down menu on the top right. This is for the back office users. So that's a CRM user. Next slide, please, Jeff. And that would be the advisor portal, which we developed, again, based on CRM technology, which allows the advisor to do all his work from here. So in the back office, the users design the workflows and set up the questionnaires and how the business wants to work. And these guys, they have to apply those workflows. Next slide, please. We have also designed the portal to be mobile, I don't know how, representing
or friendly,
enabled, yeah, friendly, yes, mobile friendly, so that easily from the mobile device, especially of a client, can access his account and view his valuation. Now, on this aspect, we developed a text-to-speech capability, whereby we can tell the client if he's on track with his financial plan or not. And that's a very good offering. Next slide, please. Yeah, and if you would like to have more information, please visit plutoifa.com or contact me directly, and I can give you further information or a real-time demo of the system. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That was brilliant, Marius. Thank you. And I'm very excited about the prospect of a new vertical product. It has a very defined market, and I hope you will have all the success. Have you gone live yet with customer sites?
Yes. We have the system live, and we have a few customers in the pipeline to get them signed up.
That's tremendous. That's tremendous. With the very large number of IFAs across Europe, are you just going to be concentrating on Europe, or is there something that is applicable for other markets as well?
I think, well, our product is applicable to other markets. We have a couple of compliance people on the team, and we know the regulation nearly worldwide. So we are able to sell the product worldwide. However, at this point, we are concentrating on EU because we know that best. And slowly, we will expand into different markets, including United States.
That's excellent. That's excellent. Would you be interested in having other companies talk to you on a partnership basis for that to speed up the? And that's
of course, yes, definitely.
That's what we like to hear. That's very good.
Definitely. This is why we do the presentation today. Anyone who is interested in reselling or has customers in this field, please contact us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, going on, what I'd like to do now is to start looking at some of the work that we're doing in development. Now, it's traditionally the moment in which I would invite Elizabeth to talk through the development, but I think, Elizabeth, you'd prefer me to keep talking, wouldn't you, this time?
I would. Thanks, Jeff.
There you go.
I'm listening.
So, this is the roadmap that we have. One of the things that I should say about the roadmap for Sage CRM is that the most important thing to understand is that the roadmap is indicative and subject to change, and all dates are estimates. Items may be delayed and reprioritized. Essentially, what we have is a realization that it's always been the case that things could slip. But one of the things that we're finding now is that as we're starting to implement AI into our own development practices, and as we start to look at the policies of Sage in terms of the way in which AI should be used, and Sage is taking this very pragmatic approach towards the use of artificial intelligence. So there's no point in, Sage will not recommend the use of AI, generative AI, when in fact all that is needed is a report. And that's very much the Sage CRM philosophy as well. So we will be using the appropriate tools. What it does mean is that what you see on here is what we want to do, but some things which, and especially the things that are in purple, which we have marked for 2028, 2029, are actually going to be dragged forward much more quickly. And things that just because of the amount of time it will take, other things may get slipped around. So there's a lot of slippage, both forwards and back, within inside the roadmap that we see, just so that we're aware. So we're already in this 2026 R2 development phase, and we talked earlier, or I talked earlier, about Sage's launch of its new positioning strategy. And that idea that Sage CRM is all about giving businesses confidence and being able to provide data that can be relied on, information that can be relied on, so that people can get it right when they need to. And this is what we're doing with our development. And this is not just from now on, but this has essentially been our strategy for really since the 2025 development cycle. So we are trying to ensure that we are ensuring confidence amongst our customers by modernization. That's within our Java upgrades that we're working on, so that there is a reliable and secure platform. The fact that we're waiting on a project for 64-bit compatibility, that will ensure our future-ready infrastructure. The graph integration that we did with our renewal around our Exchange integration. This is making sure that we're reviewing everything around the way in which we integrate with the Microsoft ecosystem. The work that we're doing at the moment for 2026 R2 around Entra support. This is about secure access and identity. There's a massive benefit for our customers there. The continual work that we do around the REST API is, of course, the connected platform. The identification that the Kendo UI is what we want to be able to extend our use on, is to, again, accelerate changes to the user interface and user experience so that it is easier to use and a better experience for our customers. And the AI roadmap, which is around providing customers with faster, more informed decisions so that they can get it right when they need to. That's what we're intending in our modernization approach. And I have to stress that this isn't just so we're not just maintaining CRM, we're actively looking at an opportunity to revisit any of the architecture and features of Sage CRM to make deliberate changes to improve customer confidence. And the first thing that customers need is to receive the software when they expect it. And we are on target to be able to be, as expected, delivering at the end of September. So everything here, we are on track for delivering to the operating companies on September the 25th. If we roll back from that, you'll see that we'll be announcing and starting to have public announcements around the new product on September 18th, with then the beta program starting on August the 28th. Now, everyone here needs to think of themselves as potential collaborators on the beta program, because we're going to have quite a tight window where we're testing internally inside the Sage operating companies, and in parallel, everyone who is doing integration should also be working on that between August the 28th and September the 11th. So if you do want to if you're not already part of the beta program, and I've not already assured you that you're part of the beta program, please can you email the Sage CRM team at sage.com, and then we'll be able to make sure you're part of the team and everything is good for you to take part on from the 28th of August to the 11th of September. Let's have a look at what we know we are going to be delivering. First of all, we are going to be delivering a number of products, a number of features such as the within the labs environment. These are features that take place are delivered within Sage CRM as components. They are optional components, but they are seen as a safe way of being able to deliver a change which is optional for you without having to endanger the entire setup that you might have if you've already done configuration and changes around this particular area. In 2025 R2, we released our first labs products, and they are now being added to in 2026 R2 with the configuration manager, which looks at the idea of simplifying the user interface, a set of an add-on to be able to bring in the information about a user's companies and assigned persons directly into the My CRM menu. And we have got in the builds already a couple of products, a couple of components which allow us to hide the top menu, so maximizing the working space available for Sage CRM there, and also the sticky buttons, which result in buttons as you move through the interface. As you scroll down the page, they remain always on the screen. Those are the action buttons, and workflow buttons on long screens will remain all there. If you want to know more about them, they are already, the documentation for those are already on the Sage CRM community. So if you go to the downloads area of the Sage CRM community, you will be able to find references and documentation about certainly two of the CRM Labs components, the high top menu and the sticky buttons already there. We're upgrading Java. This is a partial step. We may go further than Java 8 to Java 11, but this is what we're in line for at the moment. All working with the Eclipse Temurin release of Java. But the exciting thing about this is that we'll add and be part of our story to add TLS 1.3 support for improvement of data encryption. Of course, data security is all about data at rest and data in transit, and we want to make sure that there is no vulnerability in any of the movement of data internally within the system as well. There should be performance improvements as well as we move to using a later version of Java, and that's especially true in intensive operations which use the web app or Java application side, and there is better robustness within Java 11 than there is in Java 8 as well. So all sorts of benefits here as we move our support in the Java and Tomcat area to using a later version of Java. I'm very excited with the fact that we now have increased support for integration with Microsoft Entra. This is whether you're using Microsoft Entra within Azure Active Directory to be able to import users. We now support the import of users from Azure Active Directory up into Sage CRM. We also are announcing the support for 2026 R2 that we are working with Entra Application Proxy, so that if we have enabled this and we have gone through the configuration of this, and we're also using IS auto login, it will enable seamless single sign-on and use of MFA for our customers. This is very important from an environment in which Sage CRM is not necessarily integrated with an accounting system, but where it is used as part of a development environment and a platform for application integration. So part of that is a general, a conditional support for reverse proxies. And you can see here that we're announcing our updated support position, which is to ensure that we can use modern secure access to architectures. There are some changes that we need to do potentially inside our implementations of Sage CRM. So there are some following recommended configuration practices, and the documentation will reflect that as well. And this is what I was saying about the support for Microsoft Entra application proxy. And it is all about how the user accesses Sage CRM, uses an external HTTPS URL, that the Entra ID authenticates the user. Whatever conditional access policies are applied, so maybe using a Microsoft Authenticator or a text message will be applied, and then CRM will automatically then sign in the user as they're using IIS auto login. This is all part of our ability to demonstrate how Sage CRM can exist within a zero trust environment, and this is something that I think has been wanted for a long time by our customers. Of course, this makes us have to think through the way in which we have referenced any URLs within the product. So there are some, as I said, some thinking through on the features that might need to be revised on the basis of what this means. This is as in customization features that rather than the internal support side. Okay, so I hope that you'll see that is good. Another thing to announce is that Sage CRM Ally, well, generative AI help is dead. Long live generative AI help. One of the things that we're doing for 2026 R2 is we are replacing our existing generative AI user assistance chatbot with the Sage Semantic Engine. Now, this is important because the Sage Semantic Engine opens up the possibilities of contextual help better than we could with Sage CRM Ally, the engine that we were using there. And it also is the chatbot environment that potentially could be used for other inquiries into the Sage CRM system as well. But I have to emphasize that what we're doing here is this is a like-for-like replacement of Sage CRM Ally with the Sage Semantic Engine purely on the idea of user assistance. So we'll implement it first of all on the Sage CRM Help Center. Then we will provide patches for currently supported versions to bring them up to using Sage CRM, to have them use the Sage Semantic Engine. And of course, Sage CRM 2026 R2 will have native usage of the Sage AI engine there as well. This is all very exciting, and I'm very pleased about this because it does mean that we are brought into alignment with all of the flagship products. Now here, I want to remind you of something, and that is that Sage CRM is a metadata-driven system. What that means is that if we think about any interface with inside Sage CRM, all of the work that all of those screens that you saw that built and created to support Pluto IFA, for example, they use the idea that the screen structure, the connection to the data source, the definition of the types of fields and the relationships within the entities, the lookups, all of those nature of allowed ranges, whether a field is mandatory or not, or whether or not a referential integrity applies here. These are all defined within the database in a set of metadata tables. We know that most of our customizations can be carried out simply by point and click, changing options, so that there is very minimal code that you need to effect very wide scale changes. Metadata-driven system. What that means is, because you've got the description of the system in tables within the system, it means that it is actually AI ready by design. So Sage CRM provides the ideal foundation for trusted, contextual, and composable AI experiences. What we mean by composable is that Sage CRM can have new entities added into it, new modules added into it to support whatever you're doing in terms of development. So you can add in a project management element, you can add in a financial management element, you can add in educational aspects, all because Sage CRM has this idea that you can use the advanced customization manager to be able to quickly add a new entity, and the screens, etc., all are there. All of that composable element is backed up by definitions which ultimately have meanings within the captions of the system. There is semantics involved. If it's AI ready by design, it can then be attached to some form of AI engine. The question really has to be, how do we do that? How do we actually get Sage CRM talking to an AI engine? And the way that we're going to do it for Sage CRM, because again, we're talking about Sage CRM, thinking of it as a platform. We don't necessarily know how Sage CRM is going to be used within the environments that it ends up in. So what we're trying to do is to provide something called an enriched semantic schema, which is an API-like endpoint for AI tools. And it will sit alongside the REST API. Think about the REST API saying, this is how you insert a company, this is how you update a person, this is how you read data. And most of the AI actions will be reading data, but this is how you read data. And the important thing about the REST data is that it is governed by security. So you log on to it with a user who is managed by the security policies of the organization, and the REST API cannot be used to access data that that user does not have rights to. And the same will go with the enriched semantic schema, but it backs this up in saying that, well, if you're pulling in and looking at the information about an opportunity and an order, what the enriched semantic schema is going to do is say, well, these are the relationships that the opportunity has with communications, with persons, with the company, and what it means. And you experience it, or you will experience it just like this, where you log on and you then get back a endpoint which is nicely presented in the form of defining all of the relationships and the canonical meaning of these particular entities, with the relationships firmly explained and defined. So a AI engine can then consume that and be able to understand how all of the data relates to the data within Sage CRM. So what this means is that we're in the position of, if once we have the enriched semantic schema and we have the REST data, we've got all of this sense that CRM is this metadata-driven application. We have the backing of knowing that you can't do anything to the data that your user is not allowed to do, but it does mean that once you have the enriched semantic schema, once you have the REST API, understanding all of that, we're one step closer to being able to create our MCP or directly being able to consume that within the context of something like Claude and ChatGPT. So this is all about enabling our partners to be able to accelerate their AI development with this rich semantic information. Okay, so we know it's going to be secure. We know that it is there, and that is all about being a pragmatic approach so that you as partners are able to do what you want. Now, we're just coming up to the end of the session, so let me bounce through some of the recent activities that we've been doing. In June, I delivered a few partner enablement sessions. I delivered one for Axis, handling who are a distributor for Sage and Sage CRM across Africa, and also a customer briefing for Foresight as well. If you want to have a similar briefing for your customers or your partner grouping, then please contact me. I will be delighted to get up at any time that I need to be able to talk to the widest possible audience. I've got potentially some planned partner enablement taking place in August for both North America and also APAC as well. I look forward to getting up very, very early to be able to talk to those people in the Asia Pacific region as well. So we're doing more. We've got more conversations taking place. We have also quite an exciting plan to coincide with the release of 2026 R2. We're going to be releasing a whole set of new training videos. They're not there yet, so don't go looking for the system customization updated videos on the YouTube channel yet, but it will be by the time we have our next gathering. Those videos will be in production and they will be being scheduled in the end. And watch out for the announcements on the Sage CRM community. Watch out as well for news that is being dropped into the Sage Partner Hub. So this is the Sage Partner Central. You can look at, you can see the URL there for partnercentral.sage.com. It will follow that QR code to be able to get the information that you need. We've also got key blog updates recently that have been added in, and another roundup roundup article about multi-server CRM. My colleagues are doing quite a bit of work with multi-server, doing some work with customers on that at the moment, and we also have information about how you can use external survey tools with inside Sage CRM as well from our Australian team. Let's see, does anyone want to share any stories that I've not already mentioned? Let's see if anyone has got any stories they want to share. Any stories so far? If not, then in which case what I will do, I will then say our next meeting is going to be on the 16th of September 2026. So thank you very much everyone for coming along. I look forward to seeing you in September.